coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Step into the world of gymnastics with Nebraska women's gymnast and Canadian world team member Emma Spence.
She got a bronze in the all-arounder, bronze on beam. And who knows if she'll get another medal. But that was a very confident performance.
This is Beyond the Routine with Spence.
Hitting all her handstands, connecting all her release moves, and landing that dismount. That's Emma Spence for you.
Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and tonight I have a very special guest. With me here, I have Yanni Chronopoulos. He is a former Husker gymnast, a current Team Canada gymnast, 2024 Olympic alternate, longtime friend. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So one thing I thought would be interesting to start with is kind of just talk about that connection from back home. So you're from Canada as well.
I am.
And we've known each other probably since I was maybe 11, 12.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I actually used to train with Yanni's sister back home in Canada, and my sisters trained with your sisters too, or your sister too. And my sister used to have play dates with your sister. So I always saw you around, which is really funny how we ended up in Nebraska together years later, and on the national team and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'd say we have a pretty similar path just in our careers. Kind of odd how it lined up very, very similarly.
Without even talking about it in advance. I knew you were in Nebraska, but I wasn't it's not we were that close.
Yeah.
So it was just
and
hey,
even when I think I texted you one time asking if you wanted to go NCAA, and you were like, yeah, I'm talking to Nebraska. I was like, well, I'm doing that too. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, super crazy. So how have things been since you graduated? You just graduated here in May of 2025 as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good, just very different. The lifestyle here that I was used to over the past couple of years is, you move back to a different country, even though it's home. If you live here for 5 years, it kind of starts to feel like home as well.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of readjusting, going into a different gym, a different scenario there, different teammates. Yeah, I mean, it's been good though. Been making the best of it for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you're still training back home. So when I graduated, I decided to retire. You decided that you're going to keep training for Team Canada. What's that been like?
Not too different. I mean, the gymnastics is the same. The environment's different, but every day I go to the gym, I do similar things, and yeah, that's about it.
Is there anything next that you're working towards in the gym?
So now I've been in a very different training plan because for the past couple of years I've been competing all year round, where now I don't technically have anything planned until competition wise until February, where I'm getting used to that because I feel like I should be doing routines or be doing a different training that I've been used to. But now it's okay, no, I have a lot of time to just take my time and prepare and work towards upgrades and everything for the future, and kind of getting used to that now. Yeah.
Yeah. For you guys that don't maybe know about our background, but when you compete elite gymnastics and NCAA gymnastics at the same time, you compete the regular NCAA season, but then the international elite competition is kind of the opposite of the NCAA season. There's a little bit of a crossover, but you really push for big meets in the summer. And that's usually the off time for NCAA season. So we never really had an off time over these last couple years. And now you don't have to worry about the NCAA side of things anymore. So I'm sure your body will thank you for that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but it's fun at the same time. It's you take everything you learn from here, and then you just you're so much you're so much better off in a competition environment because you're so much more used to it, where internationally, you compete maybe 3 times a year and twice in your country. Not even like
Yeah.
here, it's like the numbers that you put in actual competitions is, you can use that there and be like, hey, I can do this. I'm just used to this now. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's more like even like a muscle memory when you go in to compete,
Yeah.
because we've competed so many times in the NCAA with, honestly, a lot of the time it's bigger crowds than in Canada,
Yeah.
more
Yeah. Yeah.
noise, all that kind of stuff.
You see people just stressing like so much. It's like, I mean, I'm not or you can be stressing, but like have it under control. And you look in the eyes of some of the other people competing and they're like freaking out. It's like, no, I'm kind of more used to it because of
Mhm.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We just kind of learn how to handle that. And with all that experience, it definitely helps. Cool. So, looking ahead, does this mean that you're training for the next Olympics?
Yeah, it's the plan now. I mean, a lot can change in 4 years. I guess now
Mhm.
it's
Just
just
about
under
3.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy already.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself as long as I'm healthy and want to continue it, which I mean, I hope I stay healthy and I can, I bet I will still be into it at the time. Then, yeah, that's the plan. It's the ultimate goal, especially after this last cycle. Like,
Mhm.
going there and getting it done would be huge. But yeah, day by day, year by year, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, no, that's super exciting. It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
And another thing is that Yanni and I were both alternates for the 2024 Olympics. So we got to experience that together, the ups and the downs of
Yeah.
that journey. And I
That's for
actually,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, I touched on it. I interviewed Yanni, or had him on my show when I first started the show, probably last year. It was
Yeah.
probably last fall, maybe earlier this year. And we kind of just dove into like the ins and the outs, the ups and the downs of being an alternate for an Olympic event. Which is definitely an interesting
Yeah,
experience.
we've covered that already.
Yeah, we're not about to get into that.
Yeah.
But we do have something very exciting that we're going to talk about today. So we've been working on something for the last few months now, and we're going to kind of do like a soft launch, maybe a hard launch. I don't know what you want to call it, but take it away.
Yeah. So we had a random idea from a conversation we had, I guess, in the summer after season
No, it
ended.
was like April. I think it was like right after season was done.
Yeah. I guess I just classified the summer as after season.
True.
But we were just talking about how, like, oh, I guess we're done competing here now. Like, this is crazy. Kind of going back and forth saying like, I can't believe people don't like, they see what we're doing, but they don't really understand what it's like. And just hoping that other Canadians and other people from different countries and even people in the US can have the same experience we have and they don't really understand what they're missing out on. Whether it's like, it's super fun traveling and competing with your teammates, living with your teammates, going through the tough weight sessions in the morning and, the good stuff, the bad, but yeah, we just wanted to, like, I guess we're just agreeing on how it'd be super cool to get more people to experience what we did, or at least know what we experienced. So yeah, we started talking about how do we do that, and we came up with enhanced pathways, where we basically our aim is to talk with athletes and parents and their families and inform them about everything NCAA, take them through the recruiting process, help them day in and day out in the gym through, like, I guess weekly or monthly, however often, like, meetings, whether it's like, oh, I can't do this skill, and then we use the experience that we have to help them through it. I don't know how to get recruited. How do you start this and that? How do I contact the coaches? Just kind of the ins and outs of getting started at a collegiate program. That's what we're going to offer now. Yeah.
Yeah, super exciting stuff. An NCAA recruiting agency, basically.
Yeah.
Starting with targeting more Canadian gymnasts.
Yeah.
Which is good because we have that experience, both of us going through that. But who knows? Maybe we'll expand.
Yeah, I mean, anybody really that's
Yeah.
interested in this, it makes no difference. Americans, I guess, the average American would know more about this NCAA system. So I guess that's why we targeted it towards Canadians, because we know a lot of Canadian gymnasts. But if you're from Australia and you want to get interested in NCAA, then there's no difference in that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically during the show, we'll go into kind of the details, the stories, the inspo behind this and our why, and just kind of dive into that because yeah, it's something that we're
Yeah.
both really passionate and excited about. So maybe we'll start about how we started. So that was probably a conversation, I think probably the end of April.
Yep.
A couple of weeks after season was done. And we started working on it probably
Kind of right away. Yeah.
like probably early May, like the latest, like right
Yeah.
away.
And it was like 10 days in a row, basically, of us like drafting ideas and like, what do we want to do exactly?
And like hours, like
Yeah.
we would sit down and we would just like go at it for like a couple hours at a time, just trying to brainstorm ideas and come up with ways that we think would kind of best support the needs of the athletes that we think just are interested in it, but don't necessarily know the path on how to get there,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And then we ended up publishing our website. I think that was in May, right?
It felt like 2 weeks after,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
We were doing all the research, how to start a
Yeah,
website.
yeah. That took a little bit, but a little trial and error there.
Mhm.
So I think we got that one figured out.
Yeah, got the website figured out. And then when we were at nationals in June, Canadian National Championships, I feel like that's when we really started to spread the word, kind of get it out there. More like word of mouth, I guess, because we didn't want to post anything public.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
made a little business card with our website and contact emails, and obviously the name and the brand, just trying to get it out there. And it seemed like we had a pretty good reception from a lot of athletes and coaches even.
Yeah, and that's another thing, coming up with like the logo and
Yeah.
the brand, like name and everything. That was very interesting. But it took a while. We had like a bunch of people, a lot of our teammates,
Mhm.
like where we would sit around and we're like drawing different
Yeah,
logos,
yeah.
coming up with different
We
ideas.
consulted many people trying to brainstorm what would work best.
Yeah. And then this week, just yesterday, we
Mhm.
officially launched the Instagram.
Yep.
So that is enhanced_pathways if you'd like to check it out. Also going to give a shout out to Sarah for helping us with that. She's one of our friends from back home in Canada. She's really good with social media and stuff like that. So shout out Sarah.
Shout out Sarah.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of explain our individual NCAA recruiting journeys. So do you want to talk about what yours was like first?
Yeah, it was something that I didn't, like most people in Canada, didn't know much about, but I knew it was cool and exciting. And I didn't know if, you can know about it, but to actually pull the trigger on it kind of thing, it felt like a jump that I didn't really know how to do until it was 2017, I think. I don't really know, but there was a training camp where the juniors were involved, and or there were different teams involved, and one of the teams had Jake Benet, who's a Husker alum, also from Canada, who I knew growing up, and he brought, or John, the Nebraska coach, went with Jake to this camp, and then I just went up to him and was like, "Hey, what's this all about?" And basically he gave me the rundown, and I was like, "Oh, that seems pretty simple. Not simple, but like that seems like something that's fun and could be beneficial for school and for gym, and also knowing how to live by yourself and all that kind of just like life development stuff." So he told me, "Yeah, this is how we do it. This is how you get involved." And yeah, I guess from that camp, I kind of decided that was something I wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And then mine was honestly kind of not that similar, but I, for the longest time, didn't really know if that was even something that I wanted to do. I've seen like videos and I would see people that did it post about it and it looked like they were having so much fun, but I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was so focused on the Olympic path that I was like, you know what, like I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to focus on this. And there was a competition, I think it was national championships in 2019. That was in Ottawa.
Ottawa, yeah.
And Heather was there. I was not old enough to talk to Heather, but my coach at the time, Dennis, came up to me and he was like, the Nebraska head coach just talked to me and she said she's interested in you. And I was like, oh, what does that mean? Like I had absolutely no idea. And I feel like it's something that's so much more common now. But like back then, like we didn't really have anyone doing that. Maybe like Shallon.
Yeah. There was
She was
just
probably
like a
like doing
handful.
it. But
Yeah.
at the time, like there was no one. So I was like, oh, cool. But like, I don't want to do that. Like I remember saying like, I'm good.
Yeah, because it was always the idea that like you're throwing away your Olympic path if you go to the NCAA. That was what was in the mind of all the Canadian coaches and athletes, and that was it.
Yeah, there was no one that really went to the US for NCAA at all, never mind try and do both. So at the time I was like, no, I'm good, thanks. But like I wasn't able to talk to Heather anyways. And then COVID hit in 2020 and that's when I was really bored. I wasn't able to train, wasn't able to do anything. And that's when I saw a lot more of that stuff come up on my feed and I started doing a little bit more research and I was bored. It was COVID. And I was like, you know what? Maybe this is something that I'd like to learn a little bit more about. And honestly, at the time, before the Olympics were actually deferred, they were canceled for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to even try to make it to the Olympics. So let's look at this other path. And that was when I really got in touch with the coaches. And that was an interesting process because typically people go on visits, but because it was COVID, I wasn't even allowed to visit campus, wasn't allowed to physically be here at the time. So after lots of Zoom calls, lots of FaceTime tours, that's when I decided like, okay, this is something that looks like it'd be really fun. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And that's kind of my journey. I didn't really look at other schools. I didn't really contact other coaches just because I didn't even know how that worked. I was like, this coach was really nice. They gave me tours. It looks cool. I'm going to do it.
It just worked out. Yeah.
And it worked out. And then, yeah, eventually I was like, oh, wait, you're here.
Yeah.
So that was really funny. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Do you think things would have been different if you knew a little bit more about it going into it?
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, I wouldn't feel like I'm taking such a gamble, first of all.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm so glad I came here, but I think if I knew more about it, I would probably broaden my options and just talk to different schools, talk to them earlier on in high school, or like do all the stuff you can do that are within the rules, obviously.
Yeah.
Look into the programs they offer and this and that more. And I mean, I didn't even know if Nebraska was a good team.
Yeah.
I just knew they were a team, right?
Yeah.
And I had a couple teammates, or I had one teammate from my actual club gym that went here, and he would always come back and say it was awesome. It was a great place. So I was like, that's all I need to know, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But I'd like to think I would still end up here if I knew more about it. But I guess for other people as well, like the right fit for me might not be the right fit for you. So you gotta find that.
Yeah. Is there anything that you'd say you wish you knew at the time before making that decision? That like
I don't know.
you know
Just
now.
more, I guess, because I felt like I was just going to something I had no clue about. And people would ask me like, where are you going? Like, what's Nebraska like? And I was like, I went there for one day on a visit and it seemed pretty cool. And how much can you can't know too much about a place in one day, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, just more, I guess. Yeah.
No, I'm the same boat. And mine was a little different because of COVID, but I literally just moved to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Like I drove here. My mom and my sister dropped me off and they left me and I was in Nebraska for the first time and there for the next 4.5 years, still here.
How
So
lucky is that, though?
I know.
Like, it really is just a great place that people don't know about. Like, the
Hmm.
other week, I saw someone. It was funny. We were actually watching the Michigan game, and I was like rooting against them, right? And they're like, "Well, why you don't like Michigan?" I said, "No, I went to school at Nebraska. That was our rival in
Yeah.
gymnastics." They're like, why would you go there? What's Nebraska? I was like, "See, you don't know, but
Yeah.
if you did, you would understand."
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess we just got lucky with the fact that this place is what it is.
I know. Yeah, definitely. Because it could have gone anyway.
Yeah,
Like even now when we talk about Nebraska and Canada, people are like, "What's that? Where's that?" I'm like, "Well, you just don't know."
yeah.
But um, what? Let's go into like the discovery of the business a little bit and like why it matters to us. Like why this matter and this idea was so important to us.
I think from that initial conversation too that we had, where the idea was born, I guess, was uh yeah, just hoping that like I wanted more people to have the experience I had because I know how like this is gonna stick with me for my entire life.
Yeah.
And the fact that people don't even know what this place is, they never heard of it, never heard of they have all the wrong ideas of NCAA gymnastics. It's like this you could have the opportunity to change your life for the better and you know nothing about it. So
Yeah.
if we could show a lot of Canadian gymnasts or international gymnasts the like what they're missing out on, why don't we do it? Right?
I agree. I think our experiences here were so impactful for both of us. Um, that when we started talking about it, it was like we just wanted to allow other people to have the same opportunity
Yeah.
and experience the same great things that we were lucky enough to experience here. And even if it's not here for them,
No,
like
it's
just
anywhere.
telling other people about the impacts and the experiences that you could have if you choose to do this path. And yeah, I think that's something that resonates with both of us with Gymnastics Canada specifically.
Just knowing that it's an option too. Like you could look into it and not want to do it, and that's
Mhm.
fine. But just knowing that this is a possibility, and I feel like a lot of gymnasts and their parents who pay for gymnastics growing up would love for their child to potentially get a scholarship.
Mhm.
And I mean, obviously they pay the money, the kid has makes friends, has a great time, but like it's also something else you can get out of it. It's like a potentially free education if you get.
Yeah, and that's kinda how I saw it as well. It's like I put so much into it. My family put so much
Yeah,
into it, like so much time, so much effort, so much money that it
yeah,
was like I was kinda like getting that back at the end. It's
exactly.
like
Yeah,
this experience made it all worth it. All the sacrifices, all the hard times, all the ups and the downs kind of
yeah,
felt worth it when you're able to go out there, compete on a big stage. The crowd's full of people.
yeah. You feel appreciated. That's the thing.
And in Canada, we don't have big crowds like that at
No,
meets. It's
no,
very
not at all.
quiet. It's very serious. It's not as big of a thing as it is here.
Yeah,
Even the elite side of USA gymnastics, I'd say, is a lot bigger than it is back home, but the NCAA side is just insane.
yeah. And I could see like, especially like from my experience on the men's side in Canada, they see what the NCAA is like the environment, and they used to think, okay, they're just celebrating, and for some reason that made them believe that this is just a joke, it's just a show. They don't do real gymnastics, they don't care about real gymnastics. But then now it's like they'll have that idea in their mind of somebody celebrating after a routine because they're happy and they enjoyed it and they just did great. And then they'll do that at nationals, let's say, and then they'll do a little celebration and be like, "Oh, that felt good." And
Yeah.
then like their teammates are cheering for it, and it's like, okay, well, why can't I have fun when I compete? Like,
Yeah.
why? What makes it a joke? It's not a joke.
Yeah. And another thing that I think is fun to touch on is how we're both athlete reps at
Yeah,
Gymnastics
yeah, we
Canada.
are.
So ironically, Yanni and I are both like the athlete representatives for like the men's side for you and the women's side for me.
Yeah,
So anything revolving the athletes, so sitting in on important discussions, team selections, kind of just all that stuff, really being their voice. So I think it's kind of ironic that they ended up selecting 2 former NCAA gymnasts. We were both doing NCAA at the time, too.
Yeah, exactly.
We were nominated last year. So, I mean, I feel like that says something about the leadership and that kind of stuff that you develop and you grow
for sure.
as a student athlete doing NCAA as well. And whether that was something that they wanted to acknowledge or not, it kind of shows when they ended up selecting both of us.
Progress for sure.
Which is definitely progress. So we'll continue talking about that. We'll be right back after the break. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Yanni Chronopoulos.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwissow.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, with my special guest here tonight, Yanni Chronopoulos. So for this part of the show, we're going to talk about some of the ideas and the things that we are planning on offering parents and athletes that are wanting to work with us. So the first one, and I think this is the main one, is the NCAA pathway support. So what would you say is like the main parts of that?
Just kind of how to get started. Yeah, like I'm sure you'll touch on it later, but just putting together the best portfolio on how to get recruited, and just learning all you need to know about the NCAA before you choose on if it's something you want to go further and pursue. So just kind of the information, to back your decision on if you want to keep going with it.
Yeah, just the awareness of what it's like, basically, is like the main thing that I think so many people are lacking before getting into it. And like specifically things that we were talking about are the recruiting profiles and being able to contact coaches.
Yeah, I mean, we know a lot of coaches over 5 years. I was here for 5. I know everybody on the men's side for sure, and now like us as well, a lot on the women's side. So, we can use those connections to get some answers.
Yeah, and even like the athletes too.
Yeah.
Like even if we don't have a direct contact with the other school, we probably know someone who has been there or knows someone else who's been there. So like we'll be able to get a good sense of what the environment was like, what the team's like, all that kind of stuff, which is important insight.
Yeah,
Like,
just an inside voice, I guess, in the community. Like I would say we're both very well incorporated into the NCAA community, just from connections we've made over the years. But that's definitely a plus on kind of getting a better look into a deeper look compared to like what is just shown on like a website of a school or something. Like it's actually like a personal opinion.
and especially with the international gymnasts, I feel like we kind of all know each other. So that's another cool perspective too, is just getting that other opinion on someone that's not necessarily American going to go through it too. Another thing that I think is really fun is like the one-on-one mentorships that we were talking about.
Yeah, because I mean, gymnastics is not just like a straight line, basically. Like you're going to have bad days and bad weeks, you're a young athlete and you don't kind of know how to go through that. Like if I had this skill and all of a sudden I can't do this skill, it's been 2 weeks. It's not just a fluke. Like it's just all stuff that we've been through. Whether it's motivation coming and going or like, doubting yourself or just like actual technical aspects of skills that we've done. And if we haven't done them, our teammates have done them and our coaches have tried to teach us it. So we can just have a good kind of a helping voice that can get you guys through the tougher parts and even the good parts, keep them going.
Yeah. And then we thought the best way to kind of present this to like larger groups of people are going to be through like workshops and webinars. And
Yeah.
just like, especially right now, I mean, I'm living in the US, you're living in Canada.
Yeah.
So,
Man, yeah, I guess we'll just see how it goes forward. But we just wanted to use all of our personal connections to give people insight into what we went through,
yeah. And I feel like, yeah, it's so easy now to get in touch with so many people through
Yeah.
the internet platforms like that. So that would be a fun way. But then also, I feel like it'd be really cool to get like in person and do
Yeah.
like events and stuff like that
No,
eventually.
exactly.
Go visit gyms and stuff.
Gyms or even like
Competitions.
schools too. You never know. Like schools of, we're both Olympic caliber athletes, and go to a school and teach them about whether it's not gymnastics, maybe it's a different sport,
Or
and
just
then
NCAA in general.
NCAA in general, just kind of, motivate the kids, because obviously sport's been a huge impact in our lives.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely a positive, or can be a positive. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then I feel like, I don't know, just like seeing the impacts that it has on athletes, like if they start off like not knowing anything and then making it to the NCAA, and
Yeah.
then their growth through that experience, and just seeing them fulfilling their dreams, that's something that they kind of wanted, but then didn't know how to go about it. And then just like offering that guidance that allows them to get to that point is going to be super cool.
Yeah, and it like adds to maturity too. Like you
Mhm.
found something, you went and you got it. You wanted a scholarship, you went and you got it. You wanted, you now after a couple of years, you know how to live on your own. You know how to, wash the dishes when it piles up too much. You know how to do the life stuff.
Yeah.
Like the ins and outs, and you leave being very, I would say, more mature for
Mhm.
sure.
What would you say is like the most impactful part of your NCAA experience?
It's a good question. Most impactful on life after?
Just in general, yeah. Like what specific part, or even just general part, like left a mark on you?
I think it's very important, and it was a huge help to know how to just live like without constant guidance.
Mhm.
Like, you put together a weekly schedule, and you just know that like I can't just, sleep until noon because I have this and this and this. And then I know I have to go to bed on time, so I have to wake up for weight. So then I know that if I don't do these things, then my teammates will hold me accountable.
Mhm.
And, there's many people that, you can just tell that one, they don't know how to be part of a team.
Mhm.
And like not here. I'm talking
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when I
yeah.
go back, like
Yeah.
not calling anybody else specifically, but I do feel like I know more about how to be a part of a team and how to keep myself accountable. So I would say accountability, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I feel like the biggest thing is that it really just helped me find my love for the sport again.
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
Coming out of the Canadian experience, and it wasn't even, I don't know, just talking or going from competing in Canada all the time to coming here and competing NCAA was just so different.
It's like a new world. It's a different sport. Honestly, it feels
Honestly.
like a different sport.
Yeah, and I wasn't loving the sport side, if we're gonna consider it like that
Mhm.
I was in before coming here.
Yeah.
Like I was just not happy doing it, and this really just allowed me to find joy in the process, the experience, the hard days and the good days.
Mhm.
Being able to go through all of that with my teammates was incredible.
Yeah, I always felt like there was an idea that if you were having fun doing what you're doing, then you weren't like serious,
Mhm.
but you can be serious and have fun at the same time. And I mean, fun, it's just like, I feel like it's ingrained in my mind that having fun is just fooling around.
Mhm.
No, it's having fun is hitting the cleanest and hardest routine you've ever hit of your life in front of a bunch of people because you've worked so hard for it, and then you can actually enjoy it.
And then celebrating it with
Celebrating it
people
with,
who care.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. It changed the way that you see fun in the
Yeah.
sport.
Fun was always
It was always like people didn't want it to be fun, like, because you're right, they thought about it as goofing around, I feel like.
yeah, like, oh, if someone said like, I just want to have fun, right? Then it's like, oh, you're not serious.
Mhm.
It's like, no, like
Yeah.
I have a lot of fun doing a cardio circuit at weights because I know that after that, then I'll be better. And I did it with all my teammates that also struggled through it, but now we got it done. You know, the accomplishment and all that. Like that's fun to me.
No,
You know?
that's a really good
Maybe not in
point.
the moment, but
Yeah.
after I look back on that, like, okay, that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and just the process, they do make it enjoyable. I feel
Yeah.
like there is that side of it, that they do want you to enjoy it, and they want you to enjoy your time here. So
Mm.
even the hard workouts, they do sometimes put a little bit of thing here to
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
more fun. You know, blast the music. We have like disco
Exactly.
lights in our gym.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know if you've
do.
ever seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that would make it more fun. But yeah, definitely. What would you say is something that you'd want athletes or parents listening to right now to know?
That depends on your situation, but if you don't know a lot about the NCAA, I think you should know that there is a whole different world of gymnastics and one that's not me against you and cutthroat and just kind of if you do good, I don't like it. It's like, no, like it can just be like fun. I don't know. Like I just keep going back to that, but it's like I've had these conversations with my teammates like I want you to do really good is the best you can do, but I want to do better than you. And
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with that because it's the competitive spirit. Like obviously my ultimate goal is not to come second. I want to win.
Yeah.
Right? That's why we do it. But I also want you to do good. It's like, okay, if we're in a competition, I don't want you to fall so I win. I want you to do the best you could possibly do. And I want me to do the best I can possibly do and mine to be better. You know? So it's just like it's not cutthroat. It's not like you're wishing the worst upon each other, but it's like you use each other's best to
like push each other to be
yeah,
better.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I think that's a really good way to put it.
Mhm.
Because even if we are competing as a team, we're still competing as
Yeah,
individuals as
exactly.
well. And that's what's really interesting about our sport. What would you say are the differences and the similarities that both of us bring to this together? I feel like the first one that I can point out is your men's
Yeah,
gymnastics and I'm women's gymnastics.
to be honest, I feel like they're pretty interchangeable in
But
terms
yeah.
of like the process of recruiting and just the lifestyle. Like you definitely know more women's coaches than I do,
Mhm.
but I would say I know how to talk to them
Yeah.
as well as you do, and same for you with the men's coaches. Like, I guess the dynamic of like obviously I know the technical aspect of men's gymnastics more than you do, and vice
Mhm.
versa.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sorry, what was the question? The
The
differences?
differences and the similarities that like we both bring to this.
I just think it's pretty interchangeable, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that is fair. Because even like throughout the couple years here that we were here together, we basically trained at the same time, like men's and
Mhm.
women's gym. We shared the training room.
Yeah.
And
The lifestyle is very
it
similar.
is very similar. We all lifted around the same time,
Yeah.
school around the same time, practice around the same
Exactly.
time, cold tub at the end around the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time. Yeah. No, that is a good point.
Season's the same.
Yeah,
So
for sure. And then kind of similar, but why do you think we'd work so well together on this side of things?
I think we just because we came from the same place and experienced the change that we did,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I think the difference now from when we left
Mm-hmm.
is like when we left there was a bigger difference than it is now, and I think it's because people are catching on that like that looks exciting. I want to cheer too. You know, I want
Yeah.
to feel like a team because before it's like, you know, you pay registration to be part of a club, not a
Mm-hmm.
team.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
the
mean?
club it's not a team.
No, it's just like we all train in this club. right?
And we wear the same things when we
Yeah,
compete.
and we wear the same things because we have the same coach. But
Yeah.
here it's like we have the same coach, we wear the same things, but like we are all working together, you know?
Same values, same goals, same
Yeah,
mission.
exactly. And if you lose, I lose, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, the way especially they model it more as like a team competition, because I mean, obviously there is individual, but like the main thing is like Nebraska versus this school. You know, it's not these 5 athletes on Nebraska versus these on another school, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like, yeah, the biggest thing was that we both felt like we could use our personal experiences throughout the NCAA process that we both experienced, even though they were pretty similar. There were still some differences. Like you were able to visit. I wasn't able to visit. So like there are little things like that, that being able to use those experiences is going to be able to help us support others and allow others to get to their dreams.
And I guess the
achieving
fact that
NCAA.
the fact that we're both athlete reps means we kind of like we care about how the athletes view the sport. So that definitely, I mean, if we didn't care, then we wouldn't start this, right?
That is true. Yeah. Would you say that can you think of like any funny stories about us, like from the beginning, like trying to start this
It
thing
was just
out?
so quick. I don't know. It was just a random idea. And then the next day I was like, do you want to actually work on this? Yeah, sure. We'll get together and like brainstorm, right? And it was kind of just us having the conversation more or less of what we are now. And then we were like, okay, go action. We have to start drafting this and that.
And it was like we were just about to be done with school. Or like
we knew
basically
we'd
done,
have some time.
basically done with school. And at the end of the day, we'd get together, we'd get our computers out, and like some of our teammates would be there helping and just kind of brainstorming, putting it together. And then I think, the fact that we were both at Canadian championships too, like that was like our deadline. Like we're like, all right, we got a couple weeks, so we're going to try and bring this out, talk about it at nationals. So that really drove us to that, which is really cool. But yeah, on that note, we'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Yanni Chronopoulos.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Rollouts has been an trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Rollouts will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Rollouts make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Rolloffs, cleanup made simple.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, with special guest here tonight, Yanni Chronopoulos. So for this last segment, quickly, what are a few things that you want to say to the parents?
Well, I mean, first I want to, for the athletes, you may get on board and you may be like, okay, I really want to go to do the NCAA, but then you need to get your parents involved, and you have to, they realize that they've been the ones that drive you to the gym every day until you could get your license, and most likely pay for your training sessions and your physio and your recovery and this and that. So they're very involved and they need to know kind of what you're trying to get into. I think just informing the parents about the different benefits of the NCAA and showing them that after all the hard work they put in, their child can get has the opportunity to get a scholarship. I think that's a huge something that a huge selling point, I would say, that a lot of parents are interested in. Also, I've had many teammates that in high school that they have had to choose between quitting gymnastics and going to school. So if they go to university, a lot of the time they won't have time to do gym, and it's a lot of the time still a sport that they love. And I'm sure that's hard, very hard on the athlete and as well on the parents, seeing that they have to stop something they like doing just in order to get an education, and this is a way to do both. you may not know a lot about it now, but with what we're offering, then at least you can take a look and see if that's something you guys are interested in.
And we have conversations with parents. We have a client right now that we're actually working with, and we work pretty well with her parents as well. Like
Yeah.
they sit in on all the conversations. They're very involved with it, and I think that helps everybody involved in the process fully understand what it's like. And I mean, yeah, of course they'd want to be part of it. Like my parents really wanted to be part of all of it, and they still do. They're so glad that I ended up coming here. Like your parents too.
I would say most parents after the whole thing are like, wow, this was great. You know, like I don't hear a lot of, I should have never sent my kid to the NCAA stories. I've never heard one actually.
Yeah. And like even kind of off topic, but for the game that you're getting recognized, are your parents coming?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope they can make it out. But yeah, it's not very often you can get recognized in front of 80,000 people. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know my parents are trying to come for mine too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. Parents love attending the events too, because there's just nothing like it back home. Like it's very hard to explain even just football. NCAA football game to a Canadian. They're like, what? It's crazy. But yeah, on that note, I guess the best ways to get in touch with us. So the main one would probably be our Instagram. We just launched it earlier this week on Monday. The Instagram username is enhanced_pathways.
In the bio, there is all the other information that's needed. The website. It's a link tree that has the link to a website, the email, and
the contact form.
Contact for everything you need to know is in the bio of the Instagram, enhanced_pathways. Yeah.
And then basically share this information with friends, family, athletes, people you think are considering doing this and don't know anything about it, because if you do look into it and you end up going through with it, it is a life-changing experience.
Yeah.
And we've both experienced the positive impacts of it.
Yeah.
And it's something that's truly special. And one more thing that I want to touch on is also that it's not necessarily directed towards only Canadians.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Americans too.
Mm-hmm.
We know a lot of Americans in the NCAA and we have good relationships with them. So, tell your cousins, tell your friends.
And it's definitely like a universal issue. It's not something that just Canadians experience.
Yeah.
Like global gymnasts as well. I mean, we've been in touch with some. Some of them have reached out.
Yeah.
Asking about what it's like, and we've helped them get into the US, just explain the process, which is something that's really cool. But yeah, feel free to DM us on Instagram.
DM, email.
Our email's
anything.
in there. All that. Yes. Reach out, questions, schedule stuff. Don't hesitate to reach out. We're really excited to do this and put our passion into something that's going to help the next generation experience all the great things that we got to that kind of shaped us into who we are.
Exactly.
Any last words?
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
All right. Well, on that note, that's a wrap on tonight's show. You're listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Yanni Chronopoulos.